Do you get the sense that those guys have the heart and soul that the old guys that we just discussed had, and that they want to actually perform for the city, for the franchise, for the team? Or do you get the sense that there's a lot of, well, it's good for me and it's fine, but I'm doing my job, you pay me.
The guys you mentioned didn't win either. Like, that's an important distinction.
Did you question ever that era of player? You don't always win.
You're right. They didn't win, but they were the prototypical, Toronto Maple Leaf. I will say that. But here's what I'm going to say. I think we're just going to talk about the core four. Okay. The four guys that get paid the double digits there. I think they all have the desire to win. I think they all want to win. I think they all say the right things. I think they work hard. I don't think the four of them collectively, and we've got 9 years of data now. Tavares is 7 of the 9. I don't think the four of them can do it together. And what I mean by that is all four of them play and are wired the same way.
Yeah.
So I look at it, and I actually just did this comparison. I don't even know if I talked about it on air, but if you look at Sasha Barkov and Sam Reinhart, they're not, I'm going to say this respectfully, bastards to play against, right? They're just really good. Like, I think they're superstars in their own right. Like, they can score, they can check, they do, but they're quiet, right? They're not punching guys in the face. But what they are surrounded with is Bennett, Tkachuk, now it's Marchand, and they've got a really good supporting cast, and Lundell and Luosterainen and Verhaeghe and Rodriguez. So I look at it that those two guys, they don't have to be like that. They can just play great, and some of the other stuff can be handled in playoff hockey. And I'm not saying they don't compete and they don't hit and they don't, Sam Reinhart got destroyed behind the net by Simon Benoit. Massive hit. I've never seen any one of those core four ever get hit like that, because I don't know if they go to areas where you can actually get hit like that. Sam Reinhart took that hit to make a play. That was a destroying hit. He got up and skated away. I can't count on my hand in the 9 years I've watched that core four, them being hit that hard, ever being hit like that. And so what I mean is, I think individually they have the desire. I just think 4 is too many. I think they can survive. They can have 2, and they can use that money to surround them with different types of personalities and players. That would be my sense on that group in Toronto.
Remember Florida too, because they won a President's Trophy with Huberdeau and Weegar and Ekblad and Barkov, and they didn't have Tkachuk, and they didn't have Marchand, and some of these other dirtbags. Bill Zito said, "I can't win with this group in the playoffs. I know I can win in the regular season. We got President's Trophy." But Tampa keeps running our show in the playoffs. I got to build this differently for the second season. And then they offer up a king's ransom for Tkachuk. When you think about it, it's 115-point forward. It's a top pair defenseman and a first rounder. Like, the Flames did not get hosed in that deal. They made some mistakes with some contracts after, but that's a haul for a player. And I wonder, Brad Treliving's now 2 years in. Is he thinking what Bill Zito's thinking? And what's your guess on how this plays out?
I 100%. Now, my only question, and I think there's things to get to it before that, is it might be addition by subtraction, because Mitch Marner might just say, it doesn't matter what you offer me, I'm walking. So
you get that money. Yeah.
So then you've got that $11 million to spend. John Tavares, you are deciding if you're bringing him back at half or whatever, like whatever the salary looks like and term. Guy scored 38 goals last year, but I think, again, Father Time is coming for him. He looked a little older in the playoffs, and especially those last 3 games, he wasn't productive. So you're 100% right. Billy Zito said, this team is really good. We won the Presidents, but it's not good enough, this team as it's constructed, to win. So he took a chance. This is out of the box thinking. I'm going to go and get, again, I'm saying it's respectfully, a bastard. I'm going to go get a great player, but who's just different. He's wired different than Barkov and Reinhart. He's not those guys. He's the exact opposite of them. He still has skill, but it's a different type. He's a mouthpiece, and he drags people into the fight. Like, you could argue that trade changed the fortunes of that whole organization, correct?
There's some good fortune too there that type of player is available, because
Well,
usually they're not. But Tkachuk is at an impasse.
And he traded for Bennett as well. Like, it's clearly a type of player who's coveting. But to your point, how rarely a guy like Tkachuk that's got the physicality, but also the skill, like almost never.
Yeah, we got a player who will waive his no move. Like, we can get him here, and the trade makes sense, and we can afford him, and they want the package back in trade. Like, it was obviously it's a masterclass from Bill Zito. He's
and then Marchand gets the Bruins over the barrel and says, "I'm a Hall of Fame Bruin. Like, trade me to this team."
Yes,
and you need to pay much to get him.
Yeah,
well,
it's
now in Marshy's defense on that, because they played last night, Boston got a first rounder out of it, right? It was a conditional second that turned to a first if he made conference final. So now Boston gets a first rounder out of it. They can use it. And if Marchand goes and wins, he might sign back there this summer. Like, a
lot of teams will want him.
Yeah.
Toronto, LA, Florida, like, name the list. Everyone needs a guy like that.
Hey, buddies, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. Also, if you could throw in a like and subscribe, it does help us out with what it is we are doing. And check out more at flamesnation.ca.